Hi everybody, it's Andrew here from Cantonese Food Recipes. Today I'll be showing you guys how to make some spicy sweet and sour pork chops. So let's begin. So over here I got some cut up pork chops here. I use 3 slices here, as you can see. And then for the ingredients, I got 1 chopped up onion. And for the spiciness, I got some chopped up chilies, some chopped up ginger, chopped up garlic, and some chopped up scallions. So let me now show you guys how to marinate the pork chops before we deep fry them, before we also stir fry them in our spicy ingredients to make a sweet and sour sauce all coated all over the pork chops. So let's get marinating. Okay guys, let's marinate our pork chops. So first I'm going to be adding half a teaspoon of salt. Then I'm going to sprinkle some white pepper just all around it. Then next I'm also going to be adding one teaspoon of sugar. Here I'm using brown sugar. And then I'm also going to be adding 1 teaspoon of chicken powder. Okay, 1 teaspoon of chicken powder. And then we're going to drizzle it with some Chinese rice wine over here. Just drizzle all around it some Chinese rice wine. Okay, next we're gonna add in some oyster sauce. Just drizzle all around it. And we're also going to add in some sesame oil. Any brand should do. Drizzle all around there. And finally, we will we'll drizzle in some soy sauce all around it. Okay, now I'm just gonna put on a glove and I'm gonna mix it up. Okay, let's mix this up. Make sure each piece of pork chop is coated with this flavor. Okay, after we have mixed it, we'll let this rest for 10 minutes so that all the sauces and spices get into the pork chops before we crack an egg and add cornstarch. Okay guys, it has been marinated for 10 minutes. Okay, let's crack the egg. Okay, get your glove and let's mix the egg into the pork chops as well. Okay, once it's mixed, we can add in about 5 teaspoons of cornstarch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can also mix that up as well. Okay, let's mix that up. This should create the crispiness of the pork chops once we deep fry it. So just mix up all that cornstarch into the pork chops here. You'll combine all the ingredients. Make sure each piece of pork chop has some cornstarch. Okay, it's done. Once you see the cornstarch has dissolved with the sauces, it should be ready for deep frying. Okay guys, it's time to deep fry our pork chop. Over here I got some sunflower oil. You can use any cooking oil. You're just gonna pour in a little bit to deep fry the pork chops. That should do. Okay guys, let's test the oil. I have a pair of chopsticks here. You just place it in the oil. As you see, when it starts bubbling up, it's ready. Okay, now I'm going to turn the heat to medium heat. And then we can place in our pork chops. You want to deep fry the pork chops for about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, just flip it around. Let it cook evenly. Okay guys, we're gonna deep fry this until it's golden crispy. Should be about 5 to 10 minutes and it should be ready. Okay guys, you can also keep on like stirring it like this near the end. It has been nearly 8 minutes now, 2 more minutes and this should be ready. Okay guys, it has been 10 minutes. We can switch off the flame and we can take this out. Wow, check at that guys, check at that. Wow, look at that. Nice crispy pork chops to be coated with some spicy sweet and sour sauce. Okay guys, let's make our sweet and sour sauce. We're gonna first add some olive oil. First, we are going to add our spices in. Stir fry. Okay, I can start smelling all that spiciness. Very strong flavors guys, very strong. Let's make our sweet and sour sauce. So over here, let me just turn down the heat. So here I've got a cup, you can use any size cup. So basically first I'm going to add in 2 cups of water first. Then I'm going to add in 1 cup of sugar. Then I'm going to add in 1 cup of white vinegar. And then I'm going to add in 1 cup of tomato sauce. Any tomato sauce will do. And that's it. Now we can tune up the heat to stir this up. Stir this up and let it boil. And then we can add in our onions. We can now add in some onions. Okay, we're gonna cook the onions for about 2 minutes. Okay, after 2 minutes, I'm gonna add in my cornstarch. This is just 1 teaspoon of cornstarch mixed with some water, just to thicken up the sauce. And you can mix it up as well. Now as you can see, the sauce is starting to get thicker with the cornstarch. I wish you guys can smell this. If you guys like what you are seeing, please don't forget to give this video a like. Okay, now we can tune down the heat. Now we can add in our deep fried pork chops. Just mix that up. Just coat these delicious pork chops. Spicy, sweet and sour pork chops, guys. Wow, I'm getting hungry. Okay, we want the sauce to thicken up a bit, so leave it on the stove a bit until the sauce thickens up more onto the pork chops, and they should be ready. Okay, it's ready. It's time to plate. Okay guys, let's plate this. Sweet and sour spicy pork chops. Wow, look at that. Oh yeah. Wow. Guys, you gotta try this recipe. Okay guys, it's time to try my sweet and sour spicy pork chops. My mom's gonna try it. It's the only way to know if it's good or not.
好正啊，金香蔬菜啊。
She says it's very crispy and tasty.
又 juicy 啊。
Jam.
好正。